them up to 25 minutes to give me a live performance before a live one, so I could only go as far as I've already been. Distracted by Cheese front ran the whole race and came in with Down with Disease from Chicago 94. So we are going to hop into this thing. I am quite excited. Guys, before I hit the play button, it's just very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Twitch. These people over here are actually the most wonderful people. Come discover music with us. Without further ado, guys, in honor of Distracted by Cheese, W's in the chat and in the YouTube comment section for Cheese here. Down with Disease from the Cheese. Here we go. By the way, I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. Swing by. Love to have you, boy. This is chaotic. That's a wet sound if I've ever heard one. Farty bass. Farty bass. I hadn't thought to describe it that way, but that's actually like just a perfect way to describe that sound. A farty bass. Yes. Perfect. Mom and Dad are here. My actual parents are here. Yo, shout out to the original Walter and E.R. Stwr, S-T-W-R. That's apparently my mom. That's my mom, I'm guessing, because her name is Esther. So shout out to my mom and dad who have joined the chat. That bass is fluent and flatulent. Trying to stop these demons that keep dancing in my head. You know, I said this before, and I know I just paused it again, and it's like I haven't even let it cook, but this really does remind me of the intro song to the movie Clerks, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. Eddie and the Cruisers is my favorite movie, but the intro song to the movie Clerks 100% reminds me of this. Or this reminds me of that. Down with disease, and I'm up before the dawn. 1,000 barefoot children outside. Dancing on my lawn. Dancing on my lawn, and I keep waiting for the time that I can finally see. This is something wonderful, but now I'm on my way. And I think it's time to leave it all. You hear the organ in the back? Just real soft. I very much feel down with disease, and the jungle's in my mind. You're climbing up my waterfalls and swinging down my mind. So I try to hear the music, but I'm always losing time, 'cause it's stepping on my rhythm. We're going back a little bit. That little dive bomb sound he did, where it kind of goes from high to low, is just such an interesting sound because it pans in the radio. Man, it's just such a nice, tasty sound. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Love that. You know, this one really, really, really does hit me in a place of understanding. And I'm coming from just the idea that, and I know I've talked about this, like, how to me it kind of related to me from like an addiction standpoint, right? And you guys, I think somebody said that this was actually written about somebody physically being sick. But I feel like when you take this context or this perspective and you apply it to an addiction perspective, they line up so succinctly. And, you know, again, as a person who can kind of, I guess maybe I view the world that way because, you know, that's my experience. I don't know, but this is just very much kind of screamed at me, you know, and like an addictive experience. Gotta shout out Fishman on the drums in this one. And now I gotta shout out to Mike. The farty bass is such a good noise.
All the time when I can finally see this is something wonderful. Now I'm on my way. And I think it's time to leave it all behind. Try to find a way to where there's nothing I can say.
Such a good noise, dude. And then the tone change. Dude. The sweeping sound. Oh, man. He's soaring, dude. The bends that lead into that sustain and feedback. He's so good. Ah. That was one of my... They're all soaring right now. Bro! I'm so impressed. Talk to you soon, Andy. And he returns to this. You know, you guys want to run that solo back? You want to run it back? You just want to listen to it again? I'm gonna listen to it again. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back before that. Because now I want to be able to comment on the things I hear. I wanted to let it soar first. It goes in with that organ run, just so you know. Those bends are just so deep and tasty. He gets them just to the point of feedback and sustain, and then comes back in. Yo, SG, thank you so much for the sub. The 6 months of the sub. Thank you. And then the tone change. I know I commented on that. But you go from just this neck pickup to a bridge pickup sound. And it's just so cool to me. Right there. Like, when I first started listening to Phish, it was things like that made me feel like there were multiple guitar players in the band. And it's stuff like that just continuously impresses me. Now that I've seen him live a little bit and I've seen the way he switches his pickups on the fly, it makes a lot more sense. But again, that he had somebody build a guitar that could do that because he wanted to be that dynamic, it's just so cool. You know, it's like a craftsman making a tool, doing a very specific niche purpose, for a very specific type of art, is so cool to me. I'm just, again, and it really shines through when they're all playing together. Then just the different pick changes. He goes from like sweeping to like doing these bends. Oh, is Rhea here too? What's up, JoJo? The piano part right there. You know, when Trey is soloing, I find that I often miss what the other musicians are doing until I go back and listen later. I always like trying to revisit solos because then it gives me a chance to pay attention to what the other guys are doing, because again, it's like they really do all go off, and in this particular one, all four of them got to soar. Like, the bass line is such a backbone here, but it also gets to be like a loosey-goosey backbone. The piano run right there. That part where it really just sets off and it goes into like third gear. And then the chaos of this moment. And then, okay, maybe that's third gear because it just comes in screaming. is more honey mustard than it is just mustard. Like, we're not necessarily a French as yellow. We're like the dipping sauce for chicken nuggies kind of mustard. Stop, 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 stop. Let us again all take a moment to pay homage to the lyrical geniuses that are Phish. I just W's in the chat for Nobel Peace Prize winning writing. Just W's for days.
This has all been wonderful, and I'm on my way. Waiting for the time when I can finally say, this has all been wonderful, and I'm on my way. Waiting for the time when I can finally say, this has all been wonderful, and I'm on my way. Waiting for the time when I can finally say, this has all been wonderful, and I'm on my way. Waiting for the time when I can finally say, this has all been wonderful, and I'm on my way.
That was a great one. It was pretty similar to the album. I feel like that one was significantly like composed for sure. Like there was a bit less of kind of the mustardy vibe to that one, which my friend in moderator Crimson Raider has found that he's not necessarily the biggest fan of the mustard, but he loves the sounds otherwise. So I've made this playlist for him called like Light on the Mustard. Of like Phish songs that are light on the mustard, but neither here nor there. That was great. I loved getting to see all of them really shine, especially in a soloing context. Like obviously I go crazy every time, Trey picks up a guitar, but I definitely didn't get like the mustard vibe from this one so much. I definitely felt like this one was just kind of nice and easy, and there wasn't too many, like there was definitely tension and release, but it was a lot more manageable. We're not talking like the ALO tweezer, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's definitely that was definitely a user friendly, like let your friend hear this for the first time kind of song, and I liked that. I liked it, guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. And from here, I am going to go listen to Billy Breathes and then talk with Andy at JEMP Radio. So, check those things out, guys. Goodbye.